I was like, but we really have to do the work on ourselves first. And what does that look like? And I know, for me, just speaking from just a person who, has wise words, just based on the fact that I've been married like 28 years.
To my 8, y'all. Just giving perspective. We're still defining a lot of things.
Okay. 28 years is in the course of that. There were times that I lost myself, or there were times where I just wasn't comfortable, being Helen. My son was born sick, so I was a working mom that became a stay-at-home mom. So my identity changed in an instant just after the birth of my son. Mm-hmm. And that stayed. And then I ended up changing, to a different career because it started in human resources and it ended up going into pharmaceutical sales because I needed more flexibility with having a son. And, but of course, just doing all the things for, my son, but then doing things for the home, then doing things for your husband. And so it's just like, who am I? And then I'm, not contributing. So that's another, dynamic to it as well that you have to consider. But I think it's the journey that led me to where I am today. So would I, change it? I wouldn't, because now I fight for it. Even if lips are stuck out in my house, I do not care. This is what it is.
Okay.
This is what it is.
Now, how do you hold that boundary even when lips are poked out?
How do I hold that boundary? I don't give into it. It's just like, oh, I can see they're a little ruffled by this. I'll give them some space. I'll give them some time because I feel like that's what they need. And sometimes it's a gift to them to do that because they may need to process it. Mm-hmm. And I know sometimes we want instantaneous results. It doesn't happen all the time. So I need to give them space and room to process what I just said or what I will do. And it's happened, just around career, activities, all of those things. But then after a while, when they see the result of it, it's kind of like, oh, that was good. I didn't know it was going to turn out like that. It was kind of like proving, because they may need more things to see for it to work. And so I think it's a processing thing too.